Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Kova here, and today we're going back on to more transfer news as per usual every single damn day. If you're new around here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button to get obviously these notifications for all the transfer news that you could possibly want. So we're starting off with a goalkeeper. It's not often that we have goalkeepers in these, but it is Jasper Cillessen. He was obviously the Ajax keeper last season. Now, it's rumoured that two Premier League clubs are interested in him. I think that's from his agents, actually. Now, obviously, I've kept them as an Ajax badge because obviously we don't know those two clubs. They are unnamed clubs. Now, if I had to put money on who would they be, I would say probably West Ham and Everton. Those are the two clubs that I would say would probably go for him. Definitely Everton. They've been linked with him before. The other one was a bit more of a mystery, but I'd go with West Ham. I think they are the type of club to try and attract a top keeper such as Cillessen. So, being an interesting one to see him come to the Prem. Obviously, he got a team of the season, which is on the screen. So he's done really well last season, but a Prem is obviously a different ball game. Next up is Higuain, another player linked with Everton. And, well, this guy, he's got a 7.1 million release clause. I think, apart from Kante, he had the most interceptions in the Premier League last season, which is obviously expected because Aston Villa were getting hammered so much that he had so much opportunity to have interceptions. But even still, that's a strong feat. And obviously, Everton are ready to meet the 7.1 million release clause that he has in his contract. Next up is William Carvalho. Obviously, we've seen him get linked with Everton recently. It is now Chelsea. They're ready to rival the interest in him, and they're going to have a little battle with Everton for his signature, which we could see Matic go, but apparently Matic is actually staying, which is what we come on to. Chelsea inform Juventus they have no intention of selling Nemanja Matic to them or basically any other club. He's basically just not for sale. Obviously, Conte's a new manager. He will probably get the most out of all the players. Next up is Matuidi. He is obviously, a player that I linked with Manchester United previously. It didn't end up turning out to be true. Now, PSG have actually said, he can leave for a fee of around 30 million or more, which is quite a heavy fee for a centre midfielder. But when you compare that to Pogba going for 100 million plus, it might not actually be that bad, and a few clubs might be interested in going for him. Next up is a strange one. It is Jose Perez getting linked with a move to Barcelona. Apparently, Barcelona are interested in getting him. He's obviously a technical player, I'd say, if you have to say any type of player. And Barcelona are interested in getting him as obviously a backup. They've obviously got Gamiro. Barcelona are going crazy with the signings at the moment. They've also got Gamiro as a backup, or we're about to get Gamiro anyway. Signed Andre Gomez. They've signed a lot of players, and Titi as well, and they want Perez as a backup. Next up is Jesse Rodriguez. He has been told he can leave by Real Madrid. They've said you can go get some first team football, and that is exactly what he's apparently going to do. Arsenal and Liverpool are the two clubs interested in him. Next up is Marco Arnautovic. We covered this guy recently, saying that Everton are ready to, match his release clause. But apparently, Arnautovic himself is not interested in the move to Everton, and he would rather sign a new deal with Stoke, which would probably remove that release clause. So Mark Hughes is doing a good job of bringing in players and also keeping his main guys at the same time. Next up, Mario Balotelli. Good God, I just want this guy to go now. I'm fed up. And, he's been playing and training with the under-23s. He has not travelled with the squad. And Besiktas won him on loan from Liverpool, which I don't see the point. If I was going to get rid of Balotelli, it would be to sell him. There's no point in loaning out Balotelli anymore. He's done one loan stint already. If you're going to do anything now, it's to get rid of him and just, take a loss if you have to. I'm surprised no Chinese clubs came in for him. Obviously, he is a tool. He is, not a good player anymore, basically, just because he can't be arsed. And but he still is a big name, so I'm surprised no Chinese clubs came in for him. But Besiktas are apparently interested in him. The president is a big fan and said he'd be a great attraction to the club. Next up is Wissam Ben Yedder. Had a great season last season in League One for Toulouse, and obviously was a great player on FIFA 16. Now he's getting room to go to a move to either Tottenham or Arsenal. I don't think Tottenham would go for him, to be honest. I think his fee would be quite high. I think it's more of an Arsenal type transfer. He's quite a good player in terms of with his feet and stuff like that. He is more suited to playing Arsenal link in play. Next up is Milik. This is apparently a done deal. Napoli have had a £30 million bid from Ajax accepted for him. Obviously, the Napoli making the bid. That sounded really weird. And obviously, he's a straight replacement for Higuain. He's both got, an aerial ability to him. He's got a nice bit of pace. And he's also got an incredible shot. And obviously he's born in 1994, which means he's 21, which is just insane. He might actually be 22 now. I'm not like paying too much attention to the date of birth, but that's an insane signing for Napoli. Such a good club in terms of getting a really big name striker. They've had Cavani. Then when Cavani went, they got Higuain. Now Higuain's gone for massive amounts of money, and it's now going to be Milik, who I'm sure in like 2-3 years' time, he will go for a massive amount of money as well. Next up is Ross McCormack. He has interesting Norwich, and they're ready to make a 10 million bid, but obviously with about 2 million add-ons as well. McCormack obviously is a really good player, but he only just moved to Fulham for quite a lot of money. I just don't know whether Fulham are going to sell him unless McCormack pushes for that move. And then finally we end on Iloa. He is seeing Swansea make an inquiry. That is official. Sky Sports have confirmed that. Swansea City have made an actual inquiry for him, which I find a bit strange. You know, Swansea's like just getting rid of all the strikers and now going for Iloa of all people. I think Gomi is a better player than this guy, but you know, Swansea may have like a specific plan or something. I just don't know. But this is what the team will look like, guys. Obviously, a lot of the players don't move clubs yet, so Matuidi is still on that badge because we don't know who he may go to. Same with Sillotson, but there could be a few big interesting moves there. So, guys, if you did enjoy, smash that like button. We've been getting 10 likes quite a lot recently, so I'm quite happy with that. We can try and get 10 likes again. And also, follow my Twitter. It will be in the description. Until then, guys, I will see you in the next one.